Hey everyone, this is Sam and welcome to my 2K21 tutorial number 4. Today we're going to study new 2K21 dribble mechanics and a series of brand new moves unique to this game. We're going to learn how to use the most effective forward momentum crossovers that are triggered by these new dribble mechanics. So these new moves, along with these mechanics, I guarantee you're going to become a more efficient player overall. So if you enjoyed today's tutorial, please share and like. And make sure to subscribe for more 2K21 tutorials all season long. And also, check out my all 2K21 tutorial playlist in the description below to stay updated to see future and previous tutorials. So one new dribble mechanic this year is that flicking the right stick left or right gets you a between the leg cross instead of just a regular side to side cross. This is a good stationary dribble move to set up your attack angle, and the difference is now is between the legs if you flick the left stick right or left. Now if you hold the right stick left or right this year, it's actually going to get you an escape dribble in that direction instead of a jump shot like previous year. This is a quick change of direction that will open up even wider attack angles, so holding the right stick left or right with this escape dribble is great. Now, forward momentum crossovers. Let's talk about how to do that. So first, you want to hold turbo, flick the right stick to the right. So in this case, it'll be 3 o'clock. You don't have to hold turbo, you can also hold the right stick to the right. But if you hold turbo and flick the right stick, you get the escape cross too. And once that happens, continue to hold turbo and push your left stick to the left. So at a 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock angle, and the left stick push is what's going to give you this forward momentum. So now you can trigger all forward momentum crossovers, or you can combo them. So continue to hold turbo. What you want to do is you want to push and angle the left stick at about 1030, and then the right stick flick it at 1030, then immediately flick it at 330. It's 2 flicks, bam bam. Now this hezzy cross you're seeing is on the 1030 flick, but by this point, your second right stick flick should be done, so that's the 330 flick. So if you go 1030, 330, right stick flicks back to back, what you're gonna get is if you did the second right stick 330 flick fast enough, you're gonna get this hezzy dribble into a behind the back. And this is the most dangerous forward momentum double crossover move in this game this year. So you can see me here, so I've already done the 1030 flick, and now I'm gonna do the 330 flick, right stick, all right away. It's like bam bam. And then you're gonna get that behind the back, hezzy behind the back cross, and you can also add in the splitter from tutorial number 3 if you haven't seen that. So you just go flick the right stick at 830 now, and then 12. So 830, 12, bang. So you can see here again, that's the dribble escape, forward momentum with the left stick, hezzy behind the back, and once you've done the hezzy behind the back, after one bounce of the ball, you can trigger the splitter. So 830, 12 o'clock, right stick flicks, flick it 830, then flick it at 12 o'clock, continue to hold turbo and angle your left stick. You're gonna get that. So being able to pull off this move will make you a deadly forward momentum player, because it's not easy to be able to trigger the hezzy behind the back into the splitter. So work on this fundamental. If you can do this, like these types of forward momentum crossovers are perfect with pick and rolls. Like if you add into a screen of the initial hezzy forward momentum dribble, and then you attack the hedge defender with the hezzy behind the back, and then you attack the pinch defender with the splitter, you'll get away from everybody and you will slice and dice your way through the basket every time off a screen. So you can see I've set up my teammates as cones. So I hit the hezzy behind the back, hit the splitter, split everybody, get into the paint. Alright? So the counter to this is going to be a hezzy behind the back into a wide cross instead of a splitter. So I flick the right stick to 1030 here because the ball is starting off at the left hand. Flick it back down to 330 to get the behind the back. Now instead of doing a splitter, I'm simply now going to still hold turbo and flick the right stick to 9 o'clock because it's right hand to left hand. So depending on where the ball is, but 9 o'clock if the ball's on the right hand, 3 o'clock if the ball's on the left hand. So I flick it to 9 o'clock, that gets me that wide cross, and I will create some space on the mid-range of areas for floaters. So here's that initial right stick flick into the left stick turbo momentum forward dribble, flick the right stick to 1030 to trigger the hezzy right to 330 to behind the back, and now flick the right stick from center to 9 o'clock, get that wide cross, hit that floater. So that would be the counter. So instead of hezzy behind the back to splitter, we go hezzy behind the back to wide cross. So hezzy behind the back, wide cross. That wide cross is very, very good from side to side momentum, and it creates a huge angle. And it allows you to finish off on floaters or pull-ups right away. So here's some in-game scenarios on how you can use all of these moves, especially with forward momentum. Now this year in the game, if you want to watch, you can watch tutorial number 1 and 2 to figure out how to do these hash drives, because these hash drives are already overpowering with the initial forward momentum crossover with the right stick escape and the left stick push. Only do splitter and behind the backs when it's necessary. If this initial forward momentum crossover works, just go, especially if you're from the hash angle. But now when it doesn't, now you can add in, especially if you're attacking from the middle, you can add in the hezi behind the back, shake up the defender, get your angles. Coming out of that behind the back, you get blow-bys, so you can actually finish pretty good if you seal the defender with your body, especially with Giannis. So here I'm doing a hash drive again, but I'm going to hit him with the hezi into the behind the back. And this ended up being a between the legs because I went too low. Instead of 330, I did 5 o'clock there, so it's a between the legs, but still works. So in this instance, I'm triggering that hash drive again with the freelance. You can watch that in tutorial number 2. So I'm gonna hit him with the hezi into the behind the back. So that's 1030, 330 on the right stick. Now I drew a help defender because I triggered a blow by. So I gotta be smart here. I gotta find an open guy. I mean, I can't, attack with a dribble on 3 guys or 2 guys in the paint. So if I see an open guy, hit him. So these forward momentum crossovers are also really good to making a extra help defender bite. So you gotta use your court vision to find the open man. So you can see I hit the hezi behind the back, they bring help. I'm gonna dish it off to Morris. Easy jumper, can't say no to that. I'm not gonna try to jump on Giannis. That's not good. But the moves are opening up this space. So here's that forward momentum cross. They were able to shut it down. So I'm gonna hit him with the splitter this time, and I'm gonna split between Wesley Matthews and Giannis. I see the help rotate over, so I'm gonna hit Subak because they had to help because I make Giannis bite down to open up the corner 3. So that's another great look. So all of these moves work, but you can't be stubborn with them, right? If the initial move works, go. If it doesn't, now you use your counters, and then if the help defender comes, make that pass. So we're gonna trigger the pass and screen away, get to our hash drive spot, use the pick and roll. This time the hash defender is gonna step up, so we're gonna hit him with the hezi behind the back to make him kind of just freeze up, and then we're gonna throw the lob. A lot of this takes good court vision and trusting yourself to make the right pass, and you got to, because if you pull out these dribble moves, especially in a 5v5 setting, help defenders are gonna come when you absolutely destroy your onboard defender. When that happens, bang bang, you gotta make that pass. And that hash drive pick and roll, that spacing I've showed you guys in tutorial number 1 and 2, it's gonna make these moves even better. So make sure you watch tutorial 1 and 2 and 3 if you haven't seen them, because they're all connected to each other. And when you combine all of them together, you will get what you're seeing on this court as the results. Because I am using the crossover moves. They are working, but sometimes I have to make that pass. So they're doing hard hedge here, so I'm just going to make the pass. Nice and easy, Don't force the move if something else better is open. So I suggest go to your 2KU or passing, or go to your just freestyle tutorials and use your teammates as cones. So you can hit them with the hezi behind the back, and then you hit the splitter. In this instance, especially when you're practicing these moves, you want to be able to trigger this. Have the 2 players like that and do the hezi behind the back into the splitter at these angles. Once you can do this version, you'll be able to put them off in the game. It's actually way easier to put them off in the game because it never gets this crowded and this hard, right? So make sure you get them down, practice. You will get these moves, especially if you follow the right stick flick at the correct directions that I have laid out to you with the clock. Alright, I hope to speak to you guys again real soon.